See what type of comments we get. Dealing with a bunch of fake ass friends this morning. Or it's not even morning, it's night now. It's been very interesting, to say the least. I'm gonna wait for a couple people to pop up in here, see what's going on. This is the Real Hayden Show, episode 1. We talk about movies, politics, life, wrestling, UFC, football, everything. We talk about everything here. And yeah, we had a bit of a little crusader. A little bit of a piece of shit of a motherfucker going live and talking shit, but we're going to forget about him real quick and we're going to get right into everything we want to talk about, like wrestling and some other things. Jey Uso winning the Royal Rumble. Let's see who hops up in here. Let's see who all comes in here. Let's see what they're doing. We're live. It might take a few minutes to get a couple people up in here. What is this option? Green screen. That's interesting. This is the Crusader we've been having on our channel. This is the Crusader. Right here, Mr. Zach Cusick. This dude right here, I made a whole video about him earlier. You can see him right here. His channel's Burying Young Talent. He makes horrible videos. His old videos were interesting, but his new ones are trash. He sounds like a robot. But yeah, this is Mr. Zach Cusick, guys. Yeah, that's him. So, I don't recommend following him or anything. He makes garbage content. But, yeah, we got a couple things going on. We got the Elimination Chamber coming up. Triple H had Sami Zayn and CM Punk at the main event of Raw. It was for the Elimination Chamber qualifier, and CM Punk beat Sami Zayn. I guess that was the right move. I'm not a big Sami Zayn guy. John Cena just gets thrown in there. He just disappears after the Rumble. I'm not a big John Cena guy, so it's whatever. I mean, it's cool to see Punk and Cena in there. They were in the 2011 Chamber all those years ago together. They should probably get Drew up in there. Maybe Seth. Damian would be a good contender. I would do Cena, Punk. I would do Damian, Drew. I'd probably throw Seth up in there. Maybe AJ. I don't know. Maybe he should. I don't know if he's on SmackDown or what. I don't know what the deal there is. That's 5. I know Damian, Drew, Rollins, Punk, Cena, and I would say Orton, but I don't know what he's doing. Orton is. He's been out since November. Is he injured? What's the deal? But I would put. They got Punk and Cena in the chamber. I would definitely put Damian in the chamber. I would definitely put Drew in the chamber. I'll definitely put Rollins in there. And maybe they could do like a little odd, like they had Montez Ford in the 2023 one. They could put something like that, like maybe Braun Breaker or somebody up in there to kind of add. Or maybe Randy Orton if he comes back. I don't know what he's doing. He's been out since November after Kevin Owens gave him that pile driver, so I don't know what the deal there is. We got a viewer up in here. What's good, y'all? What's good? This is the Real Hayden Show, episode 1. You were witnessing the first episode of the Real Hayden Show. This is where we just talk about whatever. Talk about movies, wrestling, politics. So what is up to the viewer we got up in here? Yeah, no, WrestleMania, it's looking like it's going to be Jay and Gunther unless I have a feeling they might do like a triple threat or something. They might have Damian and I don't know who they could throw up in there in the triple threat if they have one. I think they should make like I don't want to see Jay and Gunther go 1-on-1 again. I think they should do like a triple threat or a fatal 4-way or something. But then again, that wouldn't really be fair to Jay considering he won the Rumble. So he should get his fair 1-on-1 shot. But we've seen it happen before where someone wins the Rumble and it's still a triple threat. So they could do something. They could do Jimmy, Jay, and Gunther. I don't know. That might be stupid. I don't know if that would be a good decision. But I didn't watch Raw Monday. I heard it wasn't a good show once again. Did anything interesting happen on Raw, babe? Nothing. I swear. I know Sammy and CM Punk. They had CM Punk win, which is cool, I guess. I'm not a big Sammy guy, like I said. And then on SmackDown, I'm gonna be straight up. I have not paid attention to SmackDown since before Netflix. Like, I don't know. They went 3 hours, and I just stopped caring. Like, I don't care. Oh yeah, Gunther's told Jay not to choose him. He told Jay not to choose him. Specifically not to. But we got to go live more often because I got to build a live fan base. We got a couple that pop up in here, but not enough. Liv beat Io was it for the chamber? So Liv's in the. That's crazy. They had her beat Io. Liv's in the chamber. I guess that was the right decision. Io sucks. Tiffany's got the belt and Rhea's got the belt. So, whose belt is this for? Charlotte wants it. She's probably going to choose Tiffany. So this is going to be for the women's world title for Rhea Ripley. So I could see them going with Liv and Rhea again at WrestleMania. I don't think they know what else to do. I really don't. I don't think they know what to do. I really don't. I don't think. I don't mind Charlotte and Tiffany. It's something new. We haven't seen it. We all know why they want it. Two blonde bitches. It's the only. That's literally the only reason. Like what other reason other than two blonde bitches? And because Charlotte has to face every new star that comes up. That's just how they do it. It'll be good though. I think it'll be way better than Rhea's match that she has. Charlotte can actually wrestle. Tiffany's pretty good at wrestling too. Rhea, in my opinion, I don't know. I mean, better than the Divas era wrestling, I guess, but nothing special. Someone else popped in and popped out. What are we? We're WrestleMania 41 this year, so I think the main event. Oh, my foot. I think the main event would be. I could see Punk and Cody going 1-on-1. Who wins the chamber? I don't even think John Cena's going to win the chamber. I really don't. I think they're going to do John Cena. I don't know though. Man, who knows? I'll give him credit. It's a little bit unpredictable this year where Triple H is going with the booking. I could see CM Punk winning the chamber and facing Cody, but at the same time, and I could see Logan Paul costing John Cena the chamber. But at the same time, I really don't know what they're wanting to do with John Cena. I really don't know. Huh? Are they doing Money in the Bank at Mania again or no? They haven't done it since 2010, WrestleMania 26. That was a good WrestleMania. Oh, yeah. NFL betting line predictions. Nobody is watching because you're boring. This is my second stream. You're a fake-ass friend, by the way. I already made a video on you. I don't want to really turn this stream into talking about you. I've already done a stream on you. And I actually had a couple viewers come from your channel that were talking shit about you, saying they weren't fans of you anymore because they seen what a drunk, psychotic asshole you are on your channel. some dude came over and he was like, I'm not a fan of his because he just seemed like a drunk, psychotic asshole, and that is what you are. What is up, other viewer? And I've only been live for 10 minutes, you dumb fuck. You're mad because you can't get my subs. And guess what? I could block you right now. I could block you right now and not have to hear another word from you. I could do that. Am I going to do that? I don't know. I just find it entertaining. How's it going, other viewer? We're talking about the build to WrestleMania. Talking about how it's a little bit unpredictable this year. I think CM Punk could win the Chamber, and I think Logan Paul could possibly cost John Cena the match. I'm not sure exactly where Triple H is going with it. Who knows? I don't even know if he has a plan, honestly. I don't know. He probably doesn't. But the Money in the Bank, I've heard a rumor that they could bring that back to WrestleMania. And this is the first episode of the Therealhayden show. This is something new that we're doing. The Therealhayden show, episode 1, where we talk about movies, we talk about politics, we talk about UFC, we talk about real life stuff, something that certain people don't understand because they get pampered by their mother and their dad. And we talk about football a little bit too. It depends because it's a rigged ass league, so it really just depends on when we talk about that. We talk about UFC, talk about wrestling, we talk about movies, we talk about politics, we talk about life, anything. We talk about anything and everything. So we keep up with everything. We know we're educated. So yeah, we know all about we know all about our form of entertainment that we put out. So yeah, this is episode 1. I'm not exactly sure how long this will go for the series or not. It could go for a while. It could not. We already have our Crusader that we were talking about at the beginning up in here. I really wasn't intending for this show to be about him because I already made a video about him. So if you'd like to know what I think, then go watch that video. But this is the Therealhayden show. I actually have 2 viewers right now. I've only been live for 12 minutes. And I already went live earlier, and I had a couple viewers come in and tell me that they're not fans of you and they've unsubscribed and stuff like that. Because some dude, I can't remember, Rampage, he came in and he was like, yeah, I've seen his channel. I came across his live, and he seemed like a psychotic fucking asshole. He just started talking about your dead father and all kinds of stuff. He was like, so I just unsubscribed from him, and he said I actually gained subs. That's false because I unsubbed from you, and that dude unsubbed from you, so there's no way you gain subs. You haven't gained nothing. You're at 200 fucking subscribers, bro. Yeah, you're at 200 subscribers. You know nothing about wrestling. You started watching in 2010, bro. You started watching in 2010. Late 2000, Hell in a Cell 2010, before that. And I don't think your channel's updated. And by the way, you've never gotten views. There was a time 2 years ago around the Royal Rumble 2023, you uploaded a Raw review and it got like 1,000 views and shit. And then remember whenever, this is how good of a friend I was. Remember whenever it knocked your viewers down and you were like, what the fuck? You were like, why did they take my viewers away? This was 2 years ago around Royal Rumble 2023. The reason that happened is because I kept clicking on your videos trying to get you more viewers, and I got you up to like 1,000 viewers, and then YouTube knocked all the fake views away. So that's the reason why your viewers dropped down on that video. And you never knew about it because I'm a good friend. I wanted to make you think you were actually making compelling content, which you weren't, because no one can hear you on your cheap ass phone, bro. No one can hear you on your cheap ass phone. Your audio sucks. You talk like a fucking zombie. You say 3 words every 10 minutes. Bro, no one wants to hear that, bro. I'm over here actually building something. He said, yeah, you clicked on my video 700 times. I actually did. I sat there for a good hour, multitasking. I would click back and forth from your Raw review to your other video. That's why there was 2 or 3 of them. The viewers going up. I would just keep clicking. And then it got up to 1,000 views. And then the next day, YouTube knocked your viewers down. Because I didn't think they would knock your viewers down or I wouldn't have wasted my time. But it is what it is. It's in the past. Episode 1, y'all, of the Real Hayden Show. Episode 2 will come next. Episode 3, then episode IV, then episode VI. Or VII, however the fuck it works, whatever. I'm trying to think of the WrestleMania numerals. Yeah, so going into WrestleMania, we're going to get Charlotte and Tiffany Stratton, which I'm cool with that. It's something new. We already knew why they were doing it, because it's two blonde bitches and they're both decent in the ring, and Charlotte's got to face every new star. And Punk likely might face Cody Rhodes. I don't know if they're heading in that direction. I still don't know if The Rock's showing up, because I don't give a fuck about The Rock. I really don't at this point. I really don't give a fuck about The Rock. He could stay gone for all I care. He just comes back and leaves, so I don't know. You wanted a 60-year-old Stone Cold Steve Austin to wrestle. I could tell you several times where you were a hypocrite, my guy. I could tell you. You didn't like the fact, because I trash wrestling. You said, I have a different opinion. You're a piece of shit. You have a different opinion. Why pure a piece of shit? Well, listen. First of all, I'm not the piece of shit. Many people would agree with that. Second of all, you're the drunk piece of shit, because a friend doesn't fucking come at his friend and say things that are purposely going to piss him off. You know I like Trump. I don't fucking agree with everything he says, but you say things that you know are going to set me off, and you've been doing it for days and fucking weeks. Friends don't do that to try to get reactions out of people. The first time, like, you would pretend to be like a Trump supporter and everything, and Joe Biden or whatever. Then the next day you'd be a Joe Biden supporter. And then you told me, oh, I can't wait for Joe Biden to beat Trump. Trump's never going to be president again or some shit. And guess who was right about that? And then you said Kamala was going to beat Trump. I said the whole time Trump was going to win. And then you pretended to be a Trump supporter like you never were a Biden supporter. I blocked you that time because you were purposely trying to piss me off to get a reaction out of me. Then I was like, okay, whatever. I'll give him another chance. But I'm not unblocking you this time. It's different, because you've went too far. You've already said things you shouldn't have said, and it is what it is. You've proven that you're just like everybody else that you have talked shit about. He said, you troll me because you know I don't like Trump. One day you'll act like you like Trump, and then the next day you like Biden. You're always switching opinions. You never stand on your opinion. I've been the same the whole time. I have fucking been a Trump supporter from the start. And this has gone way off the rails, but oh well, it's entertainment. So Trump, you said Joe Biden was going to win. You said Kamala was going to win. And then Trump fucking won. And then you pretend to be a Trump supporter the whole time. Like, I already know you're a fucking liberal. You have conservative opinions, or you think you do, or you try to. But at heart, you are a liberal. Your parents are a liberal. My parents were liberals, but I have my own opinions because I'm a grown man who got out from my parents' shadow. You said, that's because I'm trying to be your friend, laugh my ass off. Well, I don't want to be friends with people who are going to sit there and be fake. That's not me. If you're going to pretend to like somebody, I'm not interested in that. You're a liberal, Zach. You've always been a liberal. You will always be a liberal at heart. No matter how hard you try to be a conservative, you are a liberal. And that's just how it is. And to be real with you, I don't give a fuck what you are. Just don't fuck with me, and don't fucking act fake towards me, pretending you're something that you're not. And then the Royal Rumble 2023 or 2025, you're used to me bashing Triple H and shit, and I do bash him. I liked one fucking match. One fucking match. I said the men's Rumble was good. I didn't say it was going to set up anything good. I liked the match. I said it's going to be a fun match to go back and watch in 10 years. And then all of a sudden, you start trolling me and like saying Jey Uso is a terrible winner and all this other stuff. CM Punk should have won, even though weeks before you said CM Punk was washed and he should be released. So he goes from being washed and should be released to to having to win the Royal Rumble. You said, whatever, dude. It's sad that it had to come to this. Yeah, it's sad because you want to fucking troll me, and I ain't got fucking time for it, bro. You want to fucking, like, messaged me this morning. What did you message me? I wish I had my second phone. You messaged me, or you called me, and you said something about Elon Musk is blah blah blah. And I'm not even a big Elon Musk fan, but I felt like you were like trying to piss me off or something the way you were saying it because you're a drunk fucking asshole that drinks and has to fucking come at his friends, bro. Like you need other friends, bro. Like me, you expect way too much. I can't talk to you 24 fucking 7. And what is it? What is it? What is it? Where was I getting at? You were talking about Elon almost like you were putting me in the category of being a Trump cocksucker, even though multiple times I've talked about how I didn't like his fucking thing or his agenda always. But you were saying some shit about Elon Musk. You were saying he's an autistic retard. You were saying and all this other shit. First of all, people who are autistic aren't retarded. Autism is a different way of thinking. They don't think the same way as a normal person thinks. It doesn't mean they're retarded. The dude is worth more than any of us will ever be worth. Let's be real. And I normally don't like saying that, but I'll just be honest. I don't know if there's any point in my life where I'll ever be worth $400 billion. So, yeah, you said he's an autistic retard or whatever. And I'm not even a big Elon Musk fan. I'm really not. And I told you that because I was confused because I thought you said something about Trump was giving him too much power. I was like, okay. I was like, okay, what else has he gave him other than Doge? Because I didn't know if something new had fucking happened or what. And I told you, I said fucking Doge. I said fucking he's only running Doge or like whatever. And then he was like, you said some shit like, oh, that's a big position. That's or whatever. So I didn't respond for a few hours because I'm not going to be on my phone messaging all day. I just don't do that. And I was scrolling on Truth Social and I found a screenshot where someone said Elon has saved $54 billion for Americans. And then I just sent you the screenshot and you said, well, we're 30 some trillion in debt. And then I responded to that. And I said, well, you can't expect that to be solved within 2 fucking weeks. I was like, it's going to take time. He's been in office for 2 weeks. And you said that's because he's doing a shitty job or some shit. Even though a couple days ago you were saying he's doing a good job. You're always changing your fucking opinion. You're always changing your fucking opinion about shit. And it is what it is. You said, and then I got pissed off because you said Trump's doing a shitty job. Knowing how I feel about that, knowing it's going to piss me off. So, therefore, I went off on you and I said some things I truly feel. I feel like I don't always want to talk to somebody who has nothing going on in their life. And that if that's your way of living, then that's fine. But don't expect me to live the same way you do and be available 24 fucking 7. And you said, I treat you like a piece of shit. I feel like you think that because you are always drinking and you're always in your head. You said, I take back what I said about your dad. I didn't mean it, but I was angry. I don't know. I don't really feel like I could accept your apology, to be honest. You said too much about my family, and it is what it is. That's how I feel. I've already said how I feel in my other video. Some things, that's why some people need to watch what they say. Some people say things, and that's why I always try to watch what I say to people. Some people say things, and you got to realize some things can't be unsaid. People don't realize you made fun of my dad being dead. You said I can't support my family. You was talking shit about my wife. This is shit that I'll never be cool with you again. So it is what it is. You can watch my videos or whatever or comment, but I'm not interested in being friends anymore. It is what it is. Take it how you want. That's just how I feel. I wanted to do my show. You said, please accept my apology. I believe that people can be forgave, but not forgot. So, I don't know. I just rather not talk about it right now. It's still, the wound is fresh. So, it is what it is. I wanted to talk about my show, and I don't even know where the fuck I'm going with it right now. The Royal Rumble, talking about that, talking about movies and fucking politics. I don't know. Hold on. I had to put him in timeout. I'm just not interested in talking right now. I know. It is what it is. I can't. I can't give you the best answer right now. It is what it is. But yeah, I guess I'm gonna wrap this show up. It kind of got off the rails a little bit for where I wanted it to go. I wanted to talk about wrestling and shit, but it is what it is. You can't always do what you want to do in life. Well, what else we got? The Super Bowl coming up. But, and I get people say things that they don't mean and shit. Like, I really do get that. I get people say things that they don't mean, but there's some things you just don't say, and that's one of them. You don't talk about someone's family. You don't talk about their dead father. It is what it is. I'm just, like I said, like, you can watch my videos and comment in the future. I'm cool with that. But I'm just not interested in going out of my way to be friends or anything like that. Because I've already tried that approach and it just clearly didn't work. Because my analogy normally would be, after you have to block somebody one time, never unblock them again. And I gave you a chance. I was like, you know what, I'll unblock him again. And I unblocked you, and then it led to the same fucking way it did before. That's why when you get into it. Now, had I would be more than willing to patch things up had you not said some of the things that you said. Because I'm just going to be real with you. If I forgave you right now, I don't even know if you're still watching. If I forgave you right now, I'm never going to be able to be your friend in the same way. Because all I'm going to think about is the shit you've said. I'm going to have to watch what I tell you from now on. I wouldn't be able to tell you the things I've told you before. He said, "Yo, I'm back, bitches. What's going on?" If I could take someone, I would put him back in so he could comment, but I don't think I could take someone out of timeout on this video. Hold on. Let me change it. See if it'll let him back in. What's up, Rampage? He's in the comments. I already knew he's in the comments. I don't know if you can see his comments. Oh, Rampage, I'm gonna make you a moderator. I feel like you. I'm gonna give you a chance because I need a moderator. So I'm gonna make you a moderator on my channel. So my rule is, because I feel like you'd be a decent moderator. So my rule is, with being a moderator, don't ban people for having opinions. Ban people if we got 3 people in the house. What's good? I'm gonna make Rampage a moderator if that's cool. We're gonna see how you do, and I'll keep you a moderator if you do good. So I'll give you the word when to ban somebody, or if you think somebody's doing something crazy that they need to be banned for. And don't block people. Just put them in timeout. That's the thing. So, man, I'm put you as a standard moderator. We're gonna do that. Huh? Seeing what, the comments? Yeah. But he's in the comment. See, that's the thing. I already knew he was drunk. I already knew when you're drunk, you say stupid shit. But that's the thing. But the same thing is when you're drunk, you say the thing about being drunk. You said I have weird opinions myself. When you're drunk, you say things that when you're drunk, you say things that you truly mean. That's how being drunk works. And I don't do I think you truly meant that you're glad my dad's dead? Probably not, but you did. You've already said some things about people that are still living. My girl, my family. I can't provide for my kids. You've said so. My kids, whether your opinion or not, my kids are well taken care of. So it is what it is. He mentioned me not having a car. Me not having a car is temporary, bro. I have a license. Yeah, he's in the chat, the NFL betting line. I have a license. My car got totaled, and I'm in the process in a couple days of getting a new car. So literally, like any day now, between now and the 11th. So, oh yeah, I'm gonna make you a moderator too, babe. Hold on. I'll put you as a managing moderator. Boom. But yeah, this is the episode 1 of the Therealhayden show. We'll see in the future how I feel. Right now, I don't know, like, if you want to be a subscriber, that's cool. If not, it's whatever. It's sad that a friendship has to come to this to talking about their family and their dead dad and everything like that. I've had people say shit like this to me all the time. I've had people. Did it make you a moderator? Or do you got to accept it? I've had people say this shit to me so many times. It's nothing new. We got 4 people in the house. What's good? I seen the newest one. The sorry, that's all. Yeah. We got 2 moderators now. But on this show, the Real Hayden Show, we're gonna talk about wrestling, anything. Like I answer any questions. It doesn't matter. I'm just done telling people my business. That's all. I'm not ever gonna tell anyone any of my personal business ever again. I've been fucked over by so many people recently. It's unreal. My own family, friends, like just back to back. People are going through rough times. He said, "Yo, can we see the full fit?" I mean, I'm laying down. It's just a champion hoodie. You know I'm not a bad person deep down, right? I don't want to give too many opinions right now. I don't think now's a good time. Yeah, I just got on shorts in this hoodie, black shorts in this hoodie. I'm fat, you say. I'm not actually 6'5". I lie about my height. I'm 5'6". Last thing I know, 5'6's heads don't touch the ceiling fan. But yeah, it's whatever. It's whatever. But I will say this: here in a couple days, when I get my new car, I am posting a YouTube video specifically just for my haters to see of the new car. Did you accept the moderator thing? It's not showing a wrench beside your name.
I said okay. I keep telling me to press okay, and I did.
Wait, comment something. Okay. What's going on? Can you not see the comments, bro? NFL betting line predictions in the comments is burying young talent on YouTube. Zach. That's his other channel because for some reason it does not let his channel comment. But oh, you said no. I was late to the live. I made Rampage a moderator because I just have a feeling he'd be a decent moderator. He's that 13-year-old that knows a lot of stuff, so we'll make him a moderator. Kind of like my brother. My brother's like 15. He's one of those people that are like, he knows like just all these little outlets and shit. So so I was gonna predict the Elimination Chamber. Right now, John Cena and CM Punk are in the chamber. I think Damian might be in there. Fucking Drew McIntyre, Seth Rollins. I would put Braun Breaker or somebody, but I don't know who they're gonna put. They're gonna face Cody Rhodes at WrestleMania because Jey Uso won the Rumble, so he's facing Gunther. And that's another thing, bro. That's another thing. Like when I said I liked the Royal Rumble a few weeks ago, you told me my opinion was dog shit. You told me my opinion was dog shit and all this other stuff. And just because I liked the match, I thought the winner was okay. And I'm not the biggest Jey Uso fan because who else was going to win? And you said CM Punk should win. And then you agreed with me. You changed your mind and said Jey Uso was a good winner. And then as soon as we start fighting, you go on YouTube and you say, if you like the Royal Rumble, you're a piece of shit. I don't even feel like I have to explain. I really don't. I think everyone here understands. But I want you to understand that it's not saying some of the shit that you say, like some things stick. People, that's the thing I've learned. People don't ever forget how you made them feel. That's just what it is. But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But I do feel like you are a liberal. I really do. I feel like you try to appeal to my conservative opinions. You said, I ain't into wrestling. Oh, you're not, but your name's Rampage, bro. You said, but what's the hype? Okay, I'll explain in just a second. First of all, what are you into? Over here, we talk about politics, wrestling, everything, gaming, life, UFC, football, everything. Wrestling is just something I've been into since I was a kid. It's very fantasy like. I couldn't really explain it. Like
You just have to know.
you like drawing memes and video games. So how did you find BYT's YouTube channel? Because that's where you came from. It's kind of random because he doesn't cover any of that. Oh shit. But I'm excited to do more of these. We're gonna have way more stuff to discuss. I just turned the camera on and I went live for this first show. We're gonna have episode 2 sometime. I might bring some people on. Well, I'm gonna have. You said I told you I was going on live trying to find small creators out of boredom. So, what was your first reaction seeing that video? So I fucking blocked him. I blocked him, and I seen him go live. So I instantly knew because I had the notifications on. So I instantly knew because I instantly knew that you were going why you were going live. And you when I got on the video, you pretended like it was a Royal Rumble review, and you said that if you like the Royal Rumble, you're a piece of shit. It's whatever, man. It's done been done. The first 5 seconds he made fun of my name after I said, "Bro, I joined. Just chill out." What's funny about that is I actually was just beefing with somebody named Wrestling Rampage, and that Eddie Jackson dude, the one who said that BYT was boring on my podcast, he joined my last live. And my thing is, I really didn't want it to come to this. He joined my last live. You said I saw that because he commented on my podcast with BYT that I did. I did a podcast. You could see that a couple weeks ago or a month or so ago, and he told me I need a new co-host because he's boring. And then he joined my live that I did earlier, and he joined my live that I did earlier, and he basically said the same shit. So I don't know. I don't know. I don't know how to approach the situation right now because the situation is this guy just attacked my whole family, like that I was friends with for a few years. This guy just attacked me, the way I live, my lifestyle, my appearance, my whole family, everything. And now he's attempting to apologize to me. Made a video talking shit about my dead father, and I'm a forgiving person, but he's making an attempt to try to apologize to me. And my thing is like I want to be a forgiving person, but at the same time that doesn't mean I want to be friends. Because my thing is, in order to be friends with somebody, I have to trust them. I can't be friends with somebody I can't trust. That's the thing, and I can't say I trust him. I really can't. For someone to just throw me, because I wasn't going to say nothing. I was like, okay, I blocked him. Whatever. We might. Who knows what could happen. But now, as far as it going to YouTube, as far as it going to YouTube and all that stuff, I didn't want it to go that far, but it did. So I mean, it's already there. I have no interest in fucking making this a long series. I really don't. Uh, all I can say is fucking time is the best thing. Is all I know.
Dude asked you a question.
Well, what do you say? You said, "Can I explain my name real quick?" Yeah, explain it. Go ahead.
If you go to his bio, it says it's some animation thing.
Yeah, explain it. That's cool. Basically, I drew a character named Spirit of Rampage. I wanted to make an animated series out of the game. Now it's being worked on. I don't have a single script yet. See, if you're into all that stuff, I feel like you'd be into wrestling.
Scripting and
Scripting, characters. Like, they're anime. There's a lot of anime in wrestling, and people don't realize it, too. I've never been a big anime guy. I tried to watch it, like, once. Have you ever heard of High School DxD? Well, somebody was like, "Yo, watch High School." I was like, "What's something funny or something?" They was like, "Watch High School DxD," and I watched it, and it was in Japanese. And then I was like, "What the fuck?" And then I put on English subtitles, and it just wasn't the same. I was like, "I don't know, I can't watch this," and I never tried to watch it again. I don't know. Maybe I had a bad experience. But you'd probably be into wrestling if you're into that type of thing for sure. They're always writing scripts, characters. They're creating characters from the ground up. I'm excited for the Elimination Chamber. I really am. Not a big wrestling fan much anymore these days. Well, I still keep up with it, but the Elimination Chamber, I am a big fan of. Normally every year, like I pay attention, but I get excited around the Royal Rumble, the Elimination Chamber, and WrestleMania. Then after that, it's whatever. A funny anime is Ghost Stories, especially the English dub. I'm into a lot. Are you into movies or anything like that? Like I'm into cinema. Bro, I'm fucking hungry. I know that. Maybe I shouldn't eat because I'm such a fat ass. It's whatever though. It really don't get to me. It just plays games with your head sometimes. Plays tricks on your mind. It really don't get to me. I've had people say shit to me like that all the time. It's nothing new to me. My own brother said the same type of shit to me like a month ago. Because he knows for Cameron Starr. That's my friend from. Cameron. I'm gonna make you a moderator too, because you're pretty. Because me and you are locked in. I made Cameron a moderator. He said, "Speaking on the dead is a shameful and is ass beating worthy. There's really nothing." Okay, I'll get your opinion on this frequent. So, I won't go into any details about this guy's life or anything. I mean, I have a video up, but I've been friends with this dude for. I've known him since 2016, but I've been friends with him for like 2 or 3 years. 2 years. Me and him had some difference in opinions in politics today. And I already know I already know you're on the right wing side. I just want to get your opinion. I won't go into any details about his life or anything like that. I mean, I already did earlier on my video, but I won't do it again. But so this guy was talking shit about Elon Musk. Me and him's been friends for a while, talking everyday shit. He was talking shit about Elon Musk and was calling him an autistic retard and shit. And I'm not the biggest Elon Musk guy either. But so he was like, he was like, Trump's giving him too much power, and I said, what powers other than Doge? Because I was confused. What power other than the Department of Government Efficiency? And he goes, well, that's a lot, bro. That's a whole department and all this other stuff. And then I was like, I was like, Elon has saved the U.S. 54 billion just because I found a random screenshot saying that. And then I sent the screenshot to him, and he was like, "Well, him saving us 54 billion is nothing when we're 30 trillion in debt." And so I said, and so I was like, Trump, or I was like, you got to give him some time. He's only been president for 2 weeks, and he goes, "Well, he's doing a very shitty job." And this is a friend that knows strongly how I feel about Donald Trump and how I feel about politics. And I feel like it was to try to get a reaction out of me or something. And so he said that, and then basically I called him a liberal, and we got into it, and then boom, here we are. And then he proceeded to talk about me not being able to support my family, talking about my dad being dead, how it's funny and shit. And now he's trying to apologize to me and be friends again, and I really don't. I don't know, man. I don't know. I'd like to get your opinion on this whole thing. If you want to know more of the story, I explain it in my other live. But we got 5 people in the house. What's up? Like, I get that you're drunk, but when you're drunk, you say things that you really mean. But I feel like when you beef with your friends, you shouldn't say those type of things. I know me and Frequent a long time ago has fucking got into it, but that was like on PlayStation back in like 2017 and shit. But we were fucking teenagers then. Me and Frequent in the comments, we were fucking teenagers then. We were teenagers, not, whatever. We were literally teenagers then, so this is bro, I gotta get this off my chest. I'm not trying to be a dick, but my brain has thought of Kermit the Frog. What do you mean? I'm Kermit the Frog? You said I'm in the shows like Gravity Falls, Squid Game, and South Park. I'm into a lot of shows, a few shows, mostly movies. He said when you're drunk, you say things you don't mean. But Frequent says, Frequent's comments. I'm actually kind of surprised that Frequent popped in. What's up? Because I didn't tell him about this live. I didn't even really know he pays attention to my YouTube channel like that. But he said, speaking on the dead is shameful and is ass beating worthy. There is nothing to it, shouldn't be happening, period. Really shows a person's level of maturity and mentally. See, I've been drunk before and I've got into it with people and I've never said anything about their. There was one time I got into it with this one dude when I was like 18. Me and him got into it and he was talking hella shit. And he said something about his mom dying and I said some shit I shouldn't have said. But hell, that was fucking 6 years ago or longer, almost 7 years ago. But me and him weren't even friends. I've never said anything ever like that to anyone that I considered a friend. For some reason, I didn't type the whole thing. So, what's everyone's thoughts about what's going on right now in this whole scenario? I probably won't drop any more videos on this. I don't plan on dropping any more videos on this. I didn't even want it to come to YouTube. But BYT came to YouTube. Frequent said, anyone who can't clearly see what Trump and Elon are doing for our country can't look past themselves and their feelings. The fact that he's drunk really shows two can't control himself. Hate it cuts my anyone who clearly. Oh, you said it twice. Okay, cuts my message short. I don't want to put his business out there, but I want to say, I mean, I already did. If you want to watch my other video, I don't want to do it again. My other live that I put earlier, I don't want to explain his situation, but all I will say is he is not in a position. He's like us in life, where me and you have to pay bills and stuff like that, and we're out here on our own type shit. So it's not as easy for him to understand what Trump and Elon are doing for people like us. I'm all in for I'm all in for the drama. If I'm gonna live life, shit might as well be interesting. I agree. Drama definitely gets views for sure. He said, I'm sobering up and regretting what I said. That's exactly what I told my wife, too. I was like, he's going to sober up and he's going to be like, because when you get drunk, you get cocky. He's like, he's going to sober up and he's going to fucking regret everything he said to his friend. But it's, I don't know. He put yours out there, fuck him. Oh, now he's being stupid and gaslighted the situation. Talk about dumb shit like Kermit. Oh, it's not Rampage. It's not Rampage. Frequent. It is NFL betting line predictions. AKA burying. He has two YouTube channels. For some reason, his other YouTube channel. Yeah, it's him. For some reason, his other YouTube channel can't comment on my videos. His main YouTube channel is burying, like all one word, burying young talent. But he can comment on my videos with his other channel. I remember you did that one time. I remember you started going off on my sister, even though fuck my sister, because of some shit that happened recently, thinking that it was some random bitch. And you were like, oh, I didn't know it was your sister. I just met Rampage today. I just met Rampage today. So if you frequent, so what do you do if you have a friend for 2 years or long? Well, really, it's been like 8 years, but really, like no, we've known each other for like 8 years, almost 9 years. But It's been friends for like a little over 2 years, like where we actually talk as friends. But so if somebody that you were friends with and you were close with, or somewhat, if they said all this shit about you, how would you feel about this situation? Like if they said they were drunk and they said all this fucked up shit about your dad dying and you not being able to support your kids and you being a bum and everything, just talking pure shit. Like, what's your opinion on? And then now they're trying to apologize, like, because it puts me in an awkward position. Because I'm gonna be real. I have no interest in being friends at this exact moment. I really don't. Because like I said earlier, I have to trust somebody in order to be their friend, and he just proved to me that I can't trust him. Because if I tell him anything personal, he's going to fucking go live on YouTube when he's mad and fucking air out my dirty laundry to everybody. So, I mean, that's that scenario. But we're here. We're here. Oh, they're not. This is the first episode of the Real Hayden Show. We're gonna have multiple of these. I don't know how often we're gonna do them. I'm gonna have a new car here in a couple days. I'll be showing that on YouTube. What color is your hair? I can't tell if it's orange or brown. The camera makes it look green. I didn't know my hair is brown, but I didn't know it makes it look. I don't know. I don't know. But I need to hop back on PlayStation. It's been a minute. I would like to start making videos about that again. Playing the game. We're all going to be on GTA 6 this year. You said, I've cut off almost the majority of my friends because honestly, nobody's been in my shoes until they get to know or live a fraction of life. They got no business speaking on it, let alone a dead fam. That's how I feel. That's how I feel, man. Nobody has been in my shoes. Nobody has been in my fucking shoes. Like, I don't have parents that fucking pay for me to do everything. And I mean, nor do I. I mean, it'd be cool, but I would never want somebody to pamper me and wipe my ass and shit. Like, I would want to be my own independent person. But that's the difference between me and Zach. That's the biggest difference we have. Is me and Frequent, we're very similar. We're out here on our own and stuff like that, having to make a living on our own. Nobody's coming to save us. Nobody's holding our hand. Every day we got to wake up and figure out life on our own. I don't want to get the other hand with NFL betting line predictions. I don't want to judge and shit. I mean, he's already said a lot of shit about me, but he's being having his hand held through life, and he's older than me, and it is what it is. And he tells me I'm jealous about that and shit. To be honest with you, I'm not jealous. I'm really not. I don't. It's just hard to relate to somebody that their parents still wash their clothes, make their doctor's appointments, take them, help them find jobs, put in applications for them, make appointments for them, like pay for all their food. Like I don't have nobody doing that for me, so like I'm always busy having to come up with ways to get all this stuff. Like, bro, the GTA 6 thing caught me off guard. Remember the joke I made earlier? What was the joke? You said something about GTA 6, which I'll be picking. I'll definitely play GTA 6 when it comes out. For sure. It'll probably come out, if I predict right, in September, more than likely. But Zach, I'm gonna be honest with you. You didn't seem too sorry when you first fucking joined my stream. You put nobody is watching because you're boring, bro. I don't give a fuck. The only viewer. I actually gained subs. You didn't seem very. Yeah, you clicked my videos. See, that's the thing. Like you claim you're sorry, but you didn't really seem sorry. And I don't expect you to sit here apologizing for 30 minutes, but you you claim that you're truly sorry and all this other shit, but you came in here saying the same shit you were saying before. I was drunk, that's all. Bro, I'm sorry, earlier. I don't know, man. All I can do is smile at this point because I really don't know. I don't know how to handle this situation. All I know is all I know is I'm just focusing on me, bro, and my fam and shit like that. But I've been let down by so many people recently, and I'm not perfect. Maybe I'm a big fucking reason for that. Who knows? Maybe not. I've been fucked over by my brother, fucked over by my sister. I've been fucked over by this guy in the chat. I've been fucked over by this guy in the chat. I've been fucked over by fucking these other fucking dumbass YouTubers and other family members. And dude, it's just fucking. It's cause the mo I want a friend to where like when I get into it with them, we could talk it out. Why the fuck every time we get into it, it's got to go to family and you're a bum and you're a bitch and fuck you. Like we're adults now. Like we're adults. Why does friendships have to come to all this name calling shit? Like I don't understand. Like when I get into it with one of my friends, I don't start the name calling shit until they start it. Like me, like I'll try to talk it out or whatever. I might even block somebody. I do that. But I don't ever start this fucking. Can you reword that? Sorry, Rampage. I don't reward fuck. I'm not reward. What the fuck am I saying, bro? My mind's all twisted up right now. I wish I had some weed. I still do. I might have a little bit. I smoked.
Oh, frequent got confused because he said how frequent instead of how frequently.
Oh, how frequent are the lives gonna be? Oh, how frequent? I'm gonna try to go live if I can once a day. We'll see. But I'm about to get a little bit busier. So I don't know. I'm still gonna try to bust a live out every day. I don't think being busy is really an excuse. I think if you want to put out content, you can still find time in the day to put out content. And yeah, I did go too far. I wish I had some weed caught me off guard. Oh, that's nothing to me, bro. You said I've been puffing on my cart, so yeah, I had some flour, but oh, I'm definitely a weed smoker. I'm not no drug addict or nothing like that. Fuck that. I am a big stoner though. I'll admit that. Big stoner. I don't know. It's like when I smoke, I just feel better. I feel calmer. I feel like I'm smarter too when I smoke. Like I think of things I never would have thought of when I was sober. I have a screen recording of a wild ad. Put it on YouTube. I think we're doing pretty good. We got a pretty big banger for our first episode. It took about 15 minutes or so to kick off. But yeah, we're going to be talking about a lot of shit on here. We talk about everything, man. I took some shrooms the other day. He was gone. Man, I haven't done shrooms in like almost 2 years. The last time I done real shrooms was in April of 2021. That was my first and last time ever doing real shrooms. And then around 2023, I want to say April or May. I want to say maybe May of 2023 or April, somewhere around there. I did the shroom gummies. And that was the last time I've done them. I loved the experience. It was a great experience. It's just something I haven't really revisited. Now we got 5 people in the house. What's good? Talking about a bunch of stuff. What all has... I think Trump's done a lot of good so far. I really do. He's done a lot of questionable things. I see now they're trying to impeach him or some shit. Like, that's going to fucking work. You said, I try my best to make it an occasional thing. You'll ruin the experience if you're doing it back to back. Yeah, the first time I ever did it in April 2021, I did it with one of my friends, shrooms. We stopped by Chick-fil-A and we grabbed 2 grilled chicken sandwiches. And we had 2 grilled chicken sandwiches and we went to this dude and bought a quarter of shrooms off this Mexican dude. And then we went back to my place and we split them in half and we like chopped them up and put them on our sandwiches or whatever. And then we ate them and then like an hour passed and we were like, yo, I'm still not feeling nothing. And then out of nowhere, my fucking shrooms just kicked in like hell. And then right as soon as they kicked in, my landlord started knocking on the door at the time. He's not my landlord anymore, but he started knocking on the door. And I started tripping. I was like, "Oh my god!" And because I was like, I was fucking like high as hell on shrooms. And this dude starts knocking on the fucking door, and when he knocks on the door, he's just like, "How many people are living here?" And I'm trying to sober up and look as sober as I can possibly look. And he's like, "How many people are living here?" Or he didn't say aggressively. He just asked me casually, "How many people are living here?" And I was like, "Just me and Dylan, but Dylan's on a trip right now." And he was like, "Well, try to keep it down to just two people," because I had my friend over there, and my neighbors were snitches. They every time they see me bring somebody over, they assumed someone was living there or some shit. I'm glad I don't live there anymore. This was 4 years ago in April of 2021, and but I just told him, I was like, "Yeah, Dylan's gone. This guy don't live here." I was like, "He's just my friend, just hanging out." And he was just like, "Oh, okay. Try to keep it down to just two people." And I was like, "Oh, yeah, 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 whatever, yeah." And he was nice about it, but it just kind of freaked me out because my shrooms just kicked in. But dude, that was the highest I've ever felt in my fucking life. I just felt amazing. I remember my friend went into the bathroom, and he was like, "Yo, I was just in there for 3 years or some shit." It was weird. And then like I felt like I was just floating on a cloud or something. And then we started listening to rap music. Like we listened to ASAP Rocky LSD, and then I was tripping, man. And then we listened to Bob Marley. I'd never listened to Bob Marley in my life, and like it just felt so like synonymous. I don't know. It felt like it was just a perfect combination. That was my first shrooms experience, though. It was pretty crazy. The second time I did it, that was in April 2021. The second time was 2 years later in 2023. I want to say it was May. It was somewhere April or May of maybe between March and May of 2023, somewhere around there. And my plug was like, I got them off my buddy. I was at work. We were just randomly chilling. He said my name. I looked up and there was some chunky boys. I had to eat grapes with them to get down. LOL, I prefer it in tea form. Yeah, so the first time that I did the real thing, the second time, my plug hit me up, and my cousin actually bought them. He was like, "Yo, let's do shrooms," and he kind of just put it in front of me because we were roommates at the time. And he had his plug. We went and picked up shrooms or whatever, and it was like gummies, and we took them, and um, I can't remember. Was it the same day when he gave us the second batch, or was that the next day? Well, anyways, he gave us these shroom gummies. So he gave us these shroom gummies, and we took them back to the house, and we took them. Me and him really weren't feeling that high. And then I texted him. I'm like, "Yo, we're not really feeling high at all," or some shit. And he was like, "Well, I'll give you another bag." And then he gave us another bag for free because we didn't really feel nothing off the first one. I didn't feel shit. He gave us another bag, and then it kicked in. Maybe it's because you're supposed to take the whole bag to yourself. Me and him split it. And so he gave us a whole nother bag, and we took it, and then we finally felt it. And then we cleaned the whole fucking house, and we like went outside and cleaned the yard and fucking like I don't know what the hell we were doing. We just had so much energy. And and we just cleaned the whole yard, cleaned the whole house. We were like rearranging furniture, like doing all types of stuff, just listening to music. It wasn't as good of it as an experience as the first time, but it was still a pretty good experience. But those are really the only two times I've ever done shrooms. I would be scared to do shrooms. I remember having a panic attack on my 12th birthday because I realized how quick the years went by looking back. That was the stupidest shit I ever heard. Oh, they go by. I remember watching 3M videos and a dumbass 5-year old fearing that somewhere somehow Talking Tom was watching me through. Bro, that shit was always creepy. Talking to Angela too. You can grind them and slap them in a tea packet, then leave them in a kettle, and bam, it'll send you off the face of the earth if you're really looking to trip on an empty stomach. It is something I would like to try again. I've only done it twice in my life. I've done the gummies and I've done the real shrooms. That was in 2021 and 2023. So 2 and 4 years ago. I would like to do it again, but the thing is, it'd have to be in a secluded environment I wouldn't want to go out driving or nothing like that. It'd have to be like on a day that I don't work or something, and I'd have to be in like a secluded area. Like I wouldn't want to be like around my kids because I would just feel like a bum. Like I don't know, just having my being like acting weird around my kids. Um, you said definitely stay home. Oh, for sure. Both times I did it, I stayed home because I was like, I do not want to go out driving on this shit. There was one time I started tripping, and I rarely ever trip when I do anything. I rarely fucking trip, but there was one time I started fucking tripping. This was sometime in, I want to say July of 2021. We were going down the road, me and my friend Sean, plug. We were going down the road, and he had this chocolate bar. This is the highest I've ever been in my fucking life. I think I got higher than my first high that day. Uh, we was going down the road, and this dude had a chocolate bar because he worked at a tire and brakes place at the time, and he cleaned somebody's car out, and they gave him a free a candy bar and a free shroom weed bar, and he started telling me like how strong it was and all this other shit. And I was like, okay, whatever. I didn't really think anything of edibles because I always just smoke. And I was just going down the road, and he hands me like a piece off his chocolate bar, and I ate it. And then all of a sudden, out of nowhere, like I felt so fucking high. Like I felt like I couldn't drive. Like I was gonna have to pull over. Like I was like, and I was already smoking for a while at this point, years at this point. So it was unusual for me to trip. And I was like, I was on the phone with my girl too, and I was just like tripping with you. I was on the phone, and I just started. I don't even know if she heard it. I just started tripping, and then Sean was like, "Bro, are you tripping?" I was like, "Oh my god, am I still on the phone too?" And he was like, "Yes." And I was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna look like a fucking idiot in front of my girl and everything." And I just started tripping, bro. I don't know what the fuck it was. I was like, "Sean," I started tripping out on him. I was like, "Did you give me the fucking shroom bar?" Like I started tripping out on him. I was like, "Did you give me the fucking shroom bar?" And he was like, "No, I gave you the weed bar." And I was like, "Nah, bro, I'm feeling way too messed up for it to just be weed." I was like, "It feels like you gave me the shroom bar by a mistake." And I guess he gave me the weed bar. I just didn't realize how fucking strong edibles were. That shit was strong, dude. Okay, let me read your comments. He said, "I've only had to drive once. It was my first trip when I was 17. I was staying at a buddy's at some point, and time during the night he got in trouble, but for something completely unrelated." Oh, you drove on them? And then Rampage said, I once woke up at 4 in the morning. I normally have to wake up 6 for school, and I have a dream where my friend who said some random shit I can't remember. Damn. Had to go home to his parents, didn't know. All I could tell you is the road felt like it was moving, I wasn't, and it wasn't. So I called my sister and let myself over there, and she took care of the rest. You thought it was shrooms, that's why you were tripping so much. Yeah, I think that's what it was, because I thought it was shrooms. Continuing from my last comment, but I texted a bunch of random letters precisely, and I was embarrassed when I saw it at 6. Nah, but I was fucking tripping that day. This was in like July 2021. Like he just handed them to me, and I was just going up the road, and all of a sudden, like I started feeling like the road was like wavy or something. I don't even know. It just felt weird, and I don't even think I pulled over. I think I got my head straight because normally I'm usually pretty good at trying to keep my head straight, but I was like, no, it's just all in your head. It's all in your head. Don't think nothing. And eventually, like, I just made it home. I can't remember what I did that day, but I think I just ended up forcing myself to make it home or to his house. And, but I remember crashing. So I think I just forced myself to drop him off on the way home. And then, like, I made it to my house. And then I remember when I fucking made it to the house, like I literally went in straight into the fucking bed and crashed. This is still probably the highest I've ever been in my life. I went straight into the fucking room and crashed. And I fucking woke up the next day, and I was still fucking high. I was still fucking high. Like 12 hours later, waking up. And like I woke up and I was like, dude, I'm still fucking high. I was like, am I ever gonna fucking sober up again? Like, like that was horrible. I was like, God, man, I was tripping that day. I don't know what was going on. Normally, I'm always chill when I smoke, but that day I was tripping, man. You said continuing from my last comment, I texted a bunch of random letters. I already said that. My sister had me paint and just talked with me the whole night. It was cool. Yeah, that's good. It's always good when somebody sees what's going on and they're willing to help you through the situation. Something similar to that happened to my friend one night. He's not really my friend anymore, but we're cool. But my friend Josh, we're at this little kickback or whatever, drinking, getting drunk as hell. This was in 2020. Was it 2020? Yeah, it was in early 2020. We went to this dude's house and we were all drinking, and this is in 2020. And this dude starts crying because his girlfriend broke up with him, and he was like tripping. He was like crying like hell. Like he was like breaking down and saying, "My girl left me," and all this other shit. And we were all trying to calm him down and make him feel cool and everything. And he was just crying about it because this girl left him, and she was like kind of in the circle a little bit at one point. The Abby Osborne girl. But he starts crying and everything, and he starts calling her, begging her to take him back and shit. And she's like telling him that you're drunk and shit and all this other stuff. And she basically denied him. And he was like just crying like hell and tripping. And the guy house that we were chilling at, he was just like, yo, whenever we were ready to leave, he was like, yo, he's cool to just stay here. He was like, he can stay here tonight, and I'll take him home in the morning or some shit until he like gets straightened out because I don't want him to do nothing stupid or anything. And I was like, yeah, that's probably a good idea because he'll probably, in this mindset, he'll probably go home and try to kill himself or something. So yeah, he ended up staying the night and everything went good, and he's still here to this day. So the painting I had for a wall when I moved out of my dad's, I took it to my mom's house. She got it somewhere. It was a picture of the cartoon character. The character's name is actually my user ID on here and my gamer tag. That's pretty dope. Not gonna lie. See, I don't know whose house I'd go to if I was tripping. I'd try to make it to my house, but if I was like so far away that I couldn't make it, I don't know. I'd probably just pull off on the side of the road somewhere at a gas station and just like try to straighten out or something. I don't know. The first time I ever got high off weed, the first time I ever got high, I tripped too. I've only tripped maybe like 3 times the whole time. I've been smoking weed for a little over 6 years now. I want to say like 6 years and like 6 years and like 4 months or something. Um, the first time I ever smoked weed, I was with my friend Sean, these two brothers, and my cousin Dylan. And I didn't know how to hit a bong. Like I pretended like I knew because I didn't want to look stupid. I wanted to like fit in, I guess. And they handed the bong to my cousin. Sean hits the bong. These two dumbass dudes I don't fuck with anymore, they hit the bong. And then my cousin, he's in the passenger seat and I'm driving. He hits the bong and he hits it. And I'm like, dude, everybody here knows how to hit a bong but me. And so I go to hit the bong, try to act like I know what I'm doing. When I go to hit the bong, I hit the wrong end and I drink bong water. And then I spit it out and I just look stupid. And then I finally hit it and I smoked a blunt too. And then we were smoking in a church parking lot. And I'll read your comment in just a second. We were smoking in a church parking lot. And so it was kind of sketchy. It was like fucking like probably like 1 or 2 o'clock in the morning by the time we were done smoking in a church parking lot. If a cop showed up, we would have been fucked. But this was like February 2019. I'd smoked a few times before this, but this is the first time I ever really got blasted. The first time I smoked was October of 2018, but this was February 2019. This is the first time I ever got super blasted. And I was in my car and I couldn't fucking drive. And everybody's like, yo, we got to go home and all this other stuff. I'm like, dude, I can't drive. Like the road started waving and shit. And it was my first time being high, so I didn't know how to handle it. And the road starts waving and shit. And dude, it gets crazy. I started thinking there was like a hippopotamus and shit in the road. And so I let this dude that's never drove in his life drive my car so he could drive himself back. And he drives and he couldn't drive for shit. And he got himself home and then he got out and then it was on me to drive. And then I think I drove back to the church. because I couldn't fucking drive. And then Sean's like, "Yo, let me drive," and I was like, "Nah, bro, you don't got your license, and we got weed and shit. Like we're high." Like I was tripping, thinking we were gonna get pulled over. And Sean's like, "Bro, just let me drive or whatever." And I finally was like, "Whatever, I'll let you drive to Food Line. I'll let you drive to like this grocery store, and that's it." So we pull up to the grocery store in this parking lot. It's like 3 o'clock in the morning, and it's dark. Nobody's out. And we pull. It's me, Sean, and Dylan, and we pull into this fucking grocery store parking lot, and we sit there and we look. There's a gas station right beside this grocery store, and we look over at the gas station, and there's 3 cop cars just sitting there staring at us at like 3 o'clock in the fucking morning. And then nobody else is out but us, and we're just parked in a parking lot. Like I started tripping. I was like, "Oh my god, he don't have a license, and he's driving. Like I'm gonna get in trouble." And for real, bro. And I was like, I'm still gonna get to the comment. I was like, I'm gonna get in trouble. So we got out of the car. We was like, because we don't want to be driving. So we all decided, like dumbasses, to fucking get out of the car and start walking. So that way they don't come over there and try to search the car and all this other shit. So we start walking up the road, like past the grocery store, and the cops are just looking at us. And I'm so high, I seen this car coming, and Sean and Dylan decide they want to fuck with me and tell me the cops are after us. And the cops didn't even care, I don't think. We just thought they did. We start walking up the road, and I see a car coming. They're like, "Hey, the cops are coming." And I'm like freaking the fuck out. I'm like, "Oh my God, dude, I'm going to jail," and all this other stuff. And the car just went on past me, and it wasn't even a cop car. But those 3 cops were still sitting there, but they didn't give a fuck what we were doing. And it was just a crazy night. And we ended up having to sleep in we drove to Arby's and slept in the fucking parking lot till the next morning. And I woke up and I still couldn't drive, and it was crazy, man. But let me read the comments. You said the character's name is actually my. Okay, I've seen that. My sister or my dad's never my mom. She's a big religious woman. I'd get my ass beat coming around my younger brothers like that. Yo, I never understood the concept of love. Like, so what if someone breaks up with you? Like, sure, you just got to reproduce somehow, but I never understood actual love. I don't think anyone understands. It's a fat kid. Oh, Charlie Kirk. The smart learn what love is. The fleeting third dedication is almost non existent anymore. Half of society is just one big ass grab. Focus on yourselves. Do better than yesterday. Fuck the haters. Make money. What did Charlie Kirk post? I would click on it, but I don't want to mess the live up. He's always saying something. I think we're heading in a good direction, though. I think the country's going to get better. I think prices are going to go down, but I do have a prediction. I think inflation's going to hit an all-time high this year, and it won't be Donald Trump's fault. It's because Kamala and Joe Biden have already drove this train towards the ocean, and Trump is trying to turn the train around. So there's going to be a few pains along the way, but he's got to do what he's got to do to make it better in the long run. Whether it's tariffs or whatever, like I don't know what that whole tariff situation was. All I know is he brought them to the negotiating table. So, just a video explaining the money the demo wasted. I think Elon Musk is very qualified for his position that they put him in under the Doge branch, because look what Elon did to Twitter. Twitter was ass, bro. It was a liberal platform. It was terrible. They had pronouns in their bios and shit. And Elon took over Twitter. He took all the liberals' agenda away. He reinstated Donald Trump and Andrew Tate. He took away pronouns from bios. He fucking reformed like almost, he cut like 80% of their jobs because he was like, you don't need all that many people to run Twitter. And he's doing that same thing to the government. He's figuring out where everything's being spent. It's like billions of dollars being spent on transgender bullshit. Like, who the fuck wants their tax money to go to that? Nobody. And you said my phone's ticking me off, keeps putting words. I'm not typing. Like, what the fuck? I'm not clicking autocorrect either. Yeah, that'd be Androids, bro. I don't know what kind of phone you have, but Androids are like that. Hell, even iPhones are like that sometimes. My phone, I got big ass fucking hands, so My when I try to type, I mistype all the time. All the fucking time. But I think it's heading in a good direction. This has been one hell of a fucking opening episode. Episode 2 is gonna have to come out ASAP. But yeah, you're on Android. What kind of phone you on? Is it a Galaxy? But he's shaping the government up, Elon. I think he's good for the government. I really do. I just don't think he should have. He's qualified for the position he's in. I don't think he should go anything above that. He's perfect for that position. And Vivek Ramaswamy was gonna partner with Elon under Doge, but he stepped down because he said him and Elon had a lot of differences. And uh, what's his name? Vivek said he was more focused on the Constitution, and Elon was focused on technology or some shit. I don't even know. But I personally hate iTunes for their ability to completely fuck you over if you lose your account information. But Google is following them. If you don't have an email password to where they can lock your device out and you gotta buy a new one. Yeah, they do that. That's why I try to set up like a couple recovery options. And I always try to remember my password. I only have like a total of 5 different passwords in my life that I use. So I know it's got to be one of those. I got an iPhone, but they don't have certain apps that other devices do. I understand completely. I really do. I actually thought about moving. I don't know if I will. If I ever do, I'm always going to have an iPhone. I have to. I'll explain. Back in like October or whatever, 2024, I wanted to move to Android. I was thinking about getting the Motorola flip phone, the newer ones. But because they have so many apps, so many editing tools, so much you can do. But the way Apple does it, they make everything so convenient. Like if I on an Android or anything, I'm sure they have certain things. But like if I want to put in like a pair of earbuds, I gotta go connect Bluetooth. Every single time I gotta go to settings and click on it. With iPhone, like I just put in my AirPod, it automatically connects. It's seamless. Like they make it so much easier with their photos and shit. And iPhone also does this thing to where they make Android photos look like shit. Like some Androids have a better camera than a fucking iPhone. And they do this thing to where say you have the nicest Android possible and you take a picture and send it to me on my iPhone. iPhone purposely tries to make that photo look like shit. I don't know why it does that, but it does. I don't know why. But I stick with iPhone because I have iCloud and all my photos and shit from years are on there, and a lot of my apps and information. So if I ever do go to Android, I'd still have to stick with an iPhone. I'd still have to have an iPhone and just use like an Android as a second phone because they have a lot more. Androids are a lot freer. iPhones are very like secure and like locked and like I can't really explain it. They're not as deep and not as like they don't have as much depth as an Android has in terms of everything you can do, like with editing and all types of other shit and different apps you can download. I honestly low key want to try out an Android again. It's been years. I've had a Galaxy, I've had LG. I moved to iPhone in March of 2019. You said you have a Galaxy A25. Is that one of the newer ones, babe? Because Dorian had a iPhone A, what, 13? A13?
Something like that.
Hey, so what are the A25s? What year did they come out? 2024? Pretty good phone, bro.
Yeah, it was released in 23 in the other countries.
I once sent my sister who lives in Ohio images of every single page of a book just so she didn't have to buy it. And after sending them, guess what she said? What'd she say? Wait, what? Oh, wondering what she said. But as far as that situation, uh, earlier that I was talking about Zach, how I feel currently, it's still a work in progress. But how I feel currently is I can't be friends with somebody I don't trust. He said a lot of fucked up shit. So even if we became friends again, like it would change my demeanor towards him because of the shit he said. He said accepted. She said I can't see the words, so I just looked at the photos. What? Am I stupid? Let me read that again. I once sent my sister who lives in Ohio images of every single page of a book just to, so she didn't have to buy it. And after sending them, guess what she said? I can't. Why couldn't she see the words? I'm confused. Am I missing something?
I'm guessing the words were too small or something. He went out of his way to send every page of a book to her.
And she couldn't see any of the words at all. That's something else I kind of want to get back into is reading, because like I don't like reading fiction and all that stupid shit. When I read, I like to read things where I'm gonna learn something because I like to be smart. So like I want to learn about economics or money or starting businesses and shit like that. She has an Android. Well, I'm really tempted to try out an Android again. I really want to. It's just annoying Apple, dude. They make it to where like you have to stay with them. I mean, I don't have to stay with them, but read Where the Red Fern Grows. What's that about exactly? Like, I started a book collection like last year. My stupid ass ended up selling them. That was stupid. I shouldn't have done that. I'm going to end up starting it again, but I would buy books about like starting businesses and how to get smarter and how to manage money better. I read Trump's book, Art of the Deal. Donald Trump, Art of the Deal. I read that whole book all the way through. It took me like fucking, what, 2 months to finish that book? Or a little over a month, something like that. It was like a 300, 400 page book, something like that. I could have finished it sooner, but I got caught up in between. My question is frequent. What are you doing with those taxes, bro? When are you getting your taxes? Kind of like Old Yeller, a boy and his connection with his dogs and God. I think everyone's read Old Yeller. I'm getting a new car, man. Just 2 red tick coon hounds. What are you going to do with them taxes, bro? I know I got to get me a new car. I know I got to get me a new car. Don't know what exactly yet, though. I got to do something big this year, man. I'm tired of just. I feel like I've learned a lot in the last few years, though. So that's one good thing. But man, life kicking our ass, man. They got me fucked this year. I'm only getting 200. Like I'm only getting $200 back. Getting monthly profit sharing from work though, so that's not going towards my Dodge Neon. Man, they ain't told you about Schedule C. Schedule C, bro. I was gonna. This year, I was only gonna get back. I don't even know. I don't want to go in the numbers. I've kind of learned my. I don't know if I want to go in the numbers, but I was gonna get back virtually nothing, and I did Schedule C, so that's all. Pretty much, we can talk about it off on the phone or something. But my reading teacher is making the class read Knife Point by Alex Van Toll, and I'm literally guessing it's made by the same bastard who came up with the Human Centipede. The Human Centipede, I've never actually seen that movie. I've seen clips, and I'm like, I don't think I ever want to watch this movie.
So overrated.
There was a fucked up movie. If you're into those kind of movies, there was one called Tusk. Just Tusk. It's about this dude, the scientist dude, that ends up kidnapping this guy, and he turns him into a walrus. Like,
You can watch that.
huh?
You can watch that now.
Oh yeah. But I've seen so many clips that it kind of like made me feel like I already seen the whole movie. I'm gonna change some of the tax stuff because they did me dirty when I started working. I'm gonna claim one for myself and like $5 or $10 for federal and vice versa for state, so I get back more next year. Why do you think they only give you back 200 this year? What did you get back on state? You don't have to tell me. Did you get back a good amount? I think Zach dipped out. He was like, man, I fucked up. He was like, I can't apologize. It's not going to work. So fuck it. I'm out. I think what he's going to watch my video tomorrow or something and he's going to get pissed off, but he's going to forget some of the things he fucking said. I'm going to change some of my tax stuff. Oh, yeah, I read that. $192 state. I also got $65 school tax refund because I overpaid but owed $72 for federal. Before I had a family, when I don't understand that though. That's crazy because my cousin, usually the only way it would be that low is if you didn't have that many. If you didn't work, I don't know your situation, but usually the only way I've seen that happen is if you didn't have a W-2 job that much throughout the year. I don't know if that's your scenario. But my cousin Dylan, like he only worked a couple months out of the year and he got back like 200 or something. But me, whenever I used to work before I got with my family, I would always get back like between 700 to 900 a year. That's if I worked the whole year, which I always did back then. But now I have kids and stuff, so I get back a lot more. So that's one positive there. The show's been a lot longer than I thought it was going to be. This is what happens when you have an interesting chat that keeps you going. I worked all this year. It just be my stuff wasn't set up right. Yeah, I believe you, bro. I know you. I know you be working. I was just saying that's the only time I've ever seen it be that low. I worked all this year. It just be my stuff wasn't set up right when I started working. I got to go talk to HR and I'll get it fixed for sure. Yeah, bro. You have until like what, April to file your taxes? You should be good. And then they have this thing called a tax extension where you could wait till like October or something. One thing I've learned though, don't ever file your taxes by mail. That is the worst thing you'll ever do in your life. Wait, Zach came onto the live? Yes, Rampage. He was NFL betting line predictions. He was the one commenting earlier. You didn't know that? If you scroll up, it says NFL betting line predictions. That's Zach. The reason why he's doing it from that channel is because for some reason on his Burying Young Talent channel, for some reason on that channel, it doesn't let him comment on my videos for some reason. So he has to come with the NFL betting lines shit. Oh. Yeah, bro. If you worked all this year, I feel like you should definitely get back more than like $200 or two. What was it, like 250 something? I got them. Oh yeah, if you're in here, make sure to like the live. Spread it down. I got them finished. I'm just gonna get it set up good for next year. I do TurboTax because they save all my info, so I don't got to keep a fuck ton of paperwork and hope not to lose any of it. Yeah, I use TurboTax. I've been using TurboTax since like 2019. I tried to use it in. I was going to use it in January of 2019 for my 2018 year, but my grandma lost my W-2s that I told her to put away, and I didn't think I had another way to get them at that time, which was stupid. So I didn't file my taxes in the year 2019, and it was my 2018 taxes, but the year 2019. And then in January 2020, I filed my 2019 taxes, and that year I used a tax place called Tax Professionals. I was trying to use TurboTax, but my W-2 was like deformed or something or messed up, so I couldn't use it that year. But I've been using TurboTax for a long time. Yeah, I need advice for teenhood. Any advice? You said I tried H&R Block, but they sucked ass. It was, dude. I've heard nothing but bad reviews on H&R Block. I've heard nothing but bad reviews on them. Yo, I need advice for teenhood. Any advice? Yeah, I can give you some. See, I didn't know Rampage was 13, bro. That's young, bro. But that's cool. We welcome all viewers up in here. And I don't think I'm not one of those people who think all young people are stupid. I'm only 24, but I'm not one of those people. I try not to be like those old people. The ones that are like, oh, well, you're only this age, well, you're stupid and you don't know anything. I just know that they're not going to understand the way you live your life because of the age gap. Like, but my brother is 15, so I already know how they think. And and I was that age once, so. Yeah, H&R Block is shitty. I don't think anybody likes them. I think he's asking about himself. I could give you some advice for sure. I couldn't have gave you advice when I was a teenager because I was stupid and made bad decisions, but now I'm not a teenager, so I could give you great advice. I'm 24 years old. But it's getting fucking cold outside. I know that. By teenhood or your kids. I'll be 24 in July. Yeah, me and you are the same age for a month. What was your birthday again? I know it was in July. I can't remember the exact day. I'm stupid. Mine's August 28th though, but I know we're the same age for like a month. So I'm like 11 months older than you. And Zach, the NFL betting line predictions dude, he's 5 months older than me. Well, about 4 months, a little over 4 months older than me. July 20th, 2001. Yeah, so I am 11 months older than you. Raised with 90s babies, thank God. Yeah, I feel like anything after like 2003, I know Rampage won't relate to this, but I feel like Gen Z, at least the first, at least before, after 2000, Gen Z is 97 to 2012 babies. But I feel like anything after like, I feel like Gen Z is like the last generation to truly like feel that old school. Like our generation, we felt what it was like for the old school and the new school. Like we got to experience, we were the last to experience not having social media, and we were the first to experience social media because we were the last generation to experience life before social media, and we were the first generation to experience social media. So I feel like that's why Gen Z is kind of special. You said, yeah, so your cousins are millennials. Oh, no, 98, never mind. Any 97 and on is 97 to 2012 is Gen Z. Yo, why did my camera just tweak? But like I experienced life what it was like in before social media. Social media didn't really get big. I started like I was born in 2000, August 28th, 2000. Social media I didn't really start noticing it until like 2008 or 9. And I started noticing people using Facebook and shit. I didn't get on Facebook till like 2010 or 11. 2010 is when I started using it, but then the one I have now was 2011. But it didn't really become what it is until like I want to say like 2014, 2013, somewhere around there. Hell, when I grew up in the early 2000s, fucking phones weren't even. I mean, flip phones were still in style and shit. So like, I think it's pretty cool that we're like the last generation to experience the old school and like the first to experience the news, like social media and everything. Yo, you in New York? Question mark. It's more cold than my phone after not using it for a week. No, I'm in North Carolina. Frequent's in Ohio. He said, Ohio, we're getting hit bad right now with freezing rain and snow. We're supposed to get rain. Zach, your boy Zach Rampage is in New York, so maybe you guys could be friends. I'm not gonna lie, that video kind of pissed me off that he made earlier. Like he started saying he's gonna beat my ass and shit. And I'm not trying to act like some Billy badass or anything, but this guy has specifically told me that he would be scared to fight me. He has specifically told me this, that he would not want to fight me. And now all of a sudden, now that we're not friends, he's fucking saying he can beat my ass and shit. I miss times before phones and shit. I just miss riding my bike with my friends, running to the park or ice cream shop or GameStop to pick up a Game Boy game or two. Oh shit, gotta watch my back then. Yeah, me too, man. I still remember when I was like 8 years old, I went to the beach, me and my friends, and we just back then you could, dude, like it's crazy thinking about this now. Like they took us at 4 hours away from home. We went from North Carolina to South Carolina, Myrtle Beach, and this was in 2009. I turned 9 in August 28th of that year, but this was before that. This was in like June, so I was still 8. We went to the beach, and me and my friends, it was me and two of my friends and my little sister, we went, and my uncle and shit was just letting us ride around like by herself on our bicycles. Like we were riding to arcades, fucking riding down the street, like going to stores. We even went to this tattoo shop and got an air tattoo, like on our arms and shit. And like we were like taking showers from like the public showers and shit. Like riding by herself at 8 years old. Like what the fuck? Like looking back, I have kids, so that's crazy. I would never let my kids walk around at the beach at 8 years old by themselves. I don't know if the times are just different now than they were back then when I was a kid, like when I was 8 years old. But bro, that was fucking crazy. We were just me and my friends. We were only 8. I was 8 years old. They were like 9 at the time. My sister was younger than us. She was like 7. My sister was like 7. I was 8, and they were like 9. And we were just all riding around by ourselves, walking in the arcades by ourselves, like we're adults or something. I even got hit by a fucking drunk driver driving a golf cart when I was on my way back from getting an air tattoo. I was on my bicycle at a stoplight, and this fucking golf cart full of these drunk fuckers come and rear end my bike and fucking knock me off the bike. And I'm only fucking 8 years old at the time. And I would never, bro. I don't know if times are just different now. Nowadays, you can't let kids walk around by themselves. They'll get snatched up. Back then, it's crazy how back then you could allow your kids to just fool around by themselves, like out in the street. Myrtle Beach, one of the most dangerous fucking cities there is. Like just roaming around and fucking doing whatever. Like, ain't no way in hell. And we didn't even have cell phones back then. That's the crazy part. We had no fucking cell phones. None. So there was no way for our parents or whatever, or uncles and aunts and shit to be able to tell when we was coming back. Like I think about that a lot. I'm like, bro, we were literally riding around on our own at the beach. Like they were staying in a camper at the beach. We were riding around on our own. Like had no cell phones or nothing. Like they had no way of telling where we were, when we were coming back, if we were in trouble. And was trust just different back then? Like what is, I don't understand. But let me read the comments. I missed times before. Oh yeah, I read that. At 6, I was able to walk around my town. Nothing about people or kids being kidnapped or hurt. Anything crazy going on. I've never had an adult come at me sideways. My town was peaceful. Now I'm not sure. I'm 3 towns away and moved along since my grandma still lives there for now. I've been there before. But yeah, it's just crazy to think because there ain't no way in hell. Like that's scary to think about. Your kids roaming around the beach, like Party City, by themselves, where shootings are at every day now. I don't know about back then, but now, fucking shootings are at Myrtle Beach every day. just about, it feels like. And I was roaming around by my fucking self. No phone, no way to tell when I was coming back or anything. And our guardians and parents were just okay with this. Napoleon, Ohio is a beautiful little town. I want to visit everywhere, bro. He said it was normal then, not now, not so much. Yeah, for real. Cause like, ain't no way in hell. Like, dude, that's crazy. Yeah, it had to be normal then. Like, I think it's just where so many kidnappings and pedophiles and shit live in our country now. Like, they got to do something. Like, I know Trump's working on that. He's trying to get all these criminals out of our towns. He's doing a good job at that. I feel like life should feel comfortable. Like, you should be allowed to, like, you shouldn't have to worry about, you should allow your kid to walk to the bus and shit and not have to worry about some crazy ass fucking driver that shouldn't even be on the fucking road driving 100 miles per hour down a back road that's going to hit your kid. You shouldn't have to worry about somebody trying to snatch your kid. You shouldn't have to worry about somebody, like, dude, it's crazy. Like, you should be able to be comfortable. Your kids should be able to play outside comfortably. And adults should always look after kids. Like, if your kid's out by themselves, like, you should maybe have a couple adults, nice adults, walk up to the kid maybe and just make sure they're okay and stuff and look after them. Not try to fucking snatch them or hurt them or anything. I remember the first thing distinctly happening in our town was that apparently people's daughters were getting offers to go be models if they went with the person to fill out paperwork after that. Napoleon was on lockdown. Yeah, there's been some crazy things that's happened. Like, didn't you witness some Mexican try to snatch a girl's kid or something?
at Walmart.
Yeah, my girl was just at Walmart in my town and she witnessed a Mexican dude. He tried to snatch this girl's kid. And that's the difference between men and women. Like, women are a lot more calm in situations like that. Like, when somebody's trying to snatch their kid, they're just like, let go or whatever. If it's a man and somebody's trying to grab your kid, like, you're probably going to kill the dude. Like, for real. Like, because I ain't no way in hell I'm going to let somebody that just tried to snatch my kid walk away free. There ain't no way in hell. Like, I'm going to go tackle this son of a bitch. And if I don't kill him, I'm going to hold him down for the police to get there and arrest this motherfucker and have him be locked up for years. Like, for real, that's what I would be doing. These motherfuckers, I'm sorry. They need to up crime charges. Like, they need to maximize sentencing for crimes against children. I remember being at a baby shower that was taking place at my house. I was sitting on the porch. Some guy walked in the driveway watching everyone who was in the backyard. There's a bunch of fucking creeps, bro. They're fucking creepy ass motherfuckers, pedophiles. Like, it's sad. He said that happened with my sister at Walmart. She had to go talk to a manager, and the crazy thing is, the manager was one of my old friend's dads, and it was because some Mexican dudes were following her. That get all these fucking. I don't want to get too passionate on here, but get these motherfuckers out. Around the store, he himself was Mexican. His name was Fernando Gonzalez. For real, Fernando Gonzalez, everyone. Fernando Gonzalez is a pedophile. Let's get it out there. But he noticed it and he told her he would walk her out to the car. Oh, no, you said he himself was a Mexican. His name was Fernando Gonzalez. Okay, my bad. So Fernando Gonzalez is not. But they need to, anybody who kidnaps a child either gets deported instantly, whether they're a citizen or not, or they get locked up for like 25 to life. Like, they have to. Like, I'm tired of them taking crime light on these motherfuckers that just commit crimes against children. If you rape a child, if you're like, I'm gonna say, if you're a grown man and you rape like a child that's like, if you're like 50 years old and you rape a child that's like 3, you should. I feel like getting killed is too easy. I feel like you should probably be tortured alive, and you should be publicly hung or something in front of everyone. That might be controversial on YouTube. I feel like if you're like an 18-year-old that gets with like a 13-year-old, I feel like you should go to jail for like a year, and you should, uh, if you sleep with a 13-year-old and you're 18, maybe more than that, maybe like 2 years and like sex offender list for 10 years. But if you're like a 50-year-old who rapes a 3-year-old, then that's much worse. So you should get like maximum sentencing. Continuing on my last comment, I chatted with him for a minute. He walked away. My mom sat me down and explained that he did some weird shit. Yeah, kids don't understand. They really don't. I remember one time me and my sister had these black dudes following us around the store in Walmart when we were young. It was weird looking back on it now. Like, I remember we even noticed it as kids, so it makes me wonder like how obvious it would be now for adults. Yeah, Fernando Gonzalez helped her. My bad. That was my fault. Um, yeah, these motherfuckers, we just need to start locking them up, torturing them. We need to get a lot stricter. If you commit a crime against a child, if you're one of these weird motherfuckers, it should be illegal to just do weird shit like that. Like if you're driving a van and you're slowing down when there's children playing in the yard or something, then you should instantly be locked up. That should instantly be a crime. Just any weird shit like that needs to be a crime. So I'm so tired of crimes against children. Like your child should be allowed to go walk around outside and not fucking have to worry about some psychopath kidnapping them or a car driving 100 miles per hour in a 35 and fucking hitting them. That's something else they need to work on, bro. A lot of these motherfuckers need to get off the road. I don't know how they can fix that because the driving test has been the same for, you said the torture shit is wild. Bro, what the fuck? I get that's more than horrible, but chill out. Bro, if you're 50 years old, you rape a 3-year-old, the worst thing possible needs to happen to you. Like, that is horrible. Um, anyways, where was I getting at with my comment? I was talking about getting people off the road. Getting people off the fucking road, bro. These people can't drive these days. They need to get more strict on traffic tickets. For one, like if you're doing some dumb shit, like if you pull out in front of a car, like and do some stupid shit, like you should get like 10 points on your license. Like if you fucking what's something else? If you just don't know how to drive, you simply should not be on the road. Like you just shouldn't be on the road. It's that simple. I see dumbass drivers all the time that never should have had their license in the first place. They should never be allowed on the road ever. Like there was one time I was turning I almost got in a wreck because I was turning left at a green light, and this motherfucker kept going straight, and it was my right of way. It was a green arrow signaling to go left. I was trying to turn left, and this dude keeps going straight, and I almost ran right into him. Like it's stuff like that all the time. But yeah, man, I'm just tired of this dumbass shit that goes on in our country. And if we're talking about child rapists, then I hope we could be on the same page about the torture shit because I think they deserve it. Any man who touches a child that's underage. Someone's telling me I'm being too strict on, or he's, but it's whatever. It's whatever. It's whatever. It ain't no big deal. Anyways, this has been my second episode. I think I'm gonna hop off here. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. We're gonna do another episode very soon, probably tomorrow or something. So tune in for that. Turn on my notifications so you see when I go live, and we'll come talk again. Appreciate you guys for tuning in. Peace.